Hey guys, Ultra Maximus here. Make sure to click all the things. Subscribe, like, and hit that notification bell. And follow me on all the social medias. Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Links in the description below.
Oh, this is Bombad.
And you are
Combaticons transform! Brawl! Swindle! Vortex! And Onslaught! Combaticons merge into Bruticus!
Oh no.
You suck.
Hey guys, Ultra Maximus back with another toy review. And today we're taking a look at another set of Transformers. Not official Transformers though. We'll get into that in a moment, but it is the G2 Combaticon set with Shockwave as the gun here. So this is a pretty cool set. Obviously, they are the G2 Combaticons. However, they're knockoffs. They're fakes. I got these from SirToys.com, which if you don't know SirToys, definitely go check them out. They are a fantastic place to get knockoffs and oversized bootleg stuff out of China. They also have official merchandise as well. And you can get all kinds of fun Japanese, Chinese figures from there. Absolute great guy. Love him to death. Check out his website. Check out his Instagram and his Twitter. I'll put links to all of it down in the comments below. So I actually got this set because I wanted the G2, Combaticons. I did not pick up the Combaticons in Combiner Wars when they first came out. And I kind of kicked myself for doing that. And then they put out a G2 box set, which I love the G2 color schemes. I think they're gaudy and 90s and crazy. And for some reason, I've always liked it more than I did the original color schemes. Which I do like the original color schemes. It's just for some reason, I like these Skittles. And they're just fun to me. But again, I didn't pick that set up. But I found this KO set on SirToys. And got it for a really, really good price. And then it came with a Shockwave that's actually a knockoff of a third-party figure that was made for Bruticus. So he can transform into, Shockwave's gun, and Bruticus can shoot him off just like he did in the cartoon, which is pretty awesome. And they also sent me a fun little KO little mini-bot. And I'm not really sure who he is. He's got some G2-esque colors, so this was kind of a nice little throw-in that you put in there, and I appreciate that. Just kind of, yep, very fun. I don't know if that's supposed to be Gears. If you know who this is, leave a comment down below. But yeah, that was very, very nice of him. And I also got a G2 Devastator set. That's a half scale of the Titan series. It looks like the same exact mold, it's just at half scale, where this is a one-on-one scale, which both are pretty cool, but I'm most excited about this one. So he came with all the foot parts, the hands/feet parts, so that's kind of nice. Each one of them is very well done. It's got some nice quality to them. The funny thing is they've got Decepticon logos, but they're not Decepticon logos. They kind of have this little star logo in there on each one of them, and I find that very, very funny. There's Vortex, Blast Off. We get the jet version of him. We've got Brawl here in his cool green. We've got Swindle in his kind of orangey color. And of course, we've got Onslaught over there in the super bright yellow. And then we've got Shockwave that's basically purple, and even his little Decepticon logo, it's the same fake kind of little logo. He's kind of a purple and gold bronzy color. I guess that'll be his G2 color scheme right there. That was a nice bonus. I did not expect to get that in the set, so that was really cool. And they're actually called Cool Become Brave A Field Army. So yeah, that's what they're actually called, and then that's the logo right there. So they come with this massive instruction sheet on how to transform each bot, and then how to make a Bruticus. I'm guessing this is the sheet that you get when you bought the combined set. To be honest, I really don't know. But yeah, definitely very cool. So let's go ahead and take a look at each individual figure, and then we'll take a look at Bruticus. So here we have Onslaught in his robot mode, and it looks pretty good. I mean, it looks like the figure should. I love the yellow and the purple. That all looks really, really nice. Now, this has a slight thinness to the plastic. Not that it doesn't feel bad. Again, it feels more of akin to, I don't know, Transformers Cyberverse versus Combiner Wars. Other than that, this figure is actually really, really well done. Articulation on this guy. Head moves up and down and all around. It is on a ball joint. We get really nice ratchet socket right there at the shoulder. Arms move up here. There's a mushroom peg at the elbow. Again, really nice elbow work there. Nothing at the waist. Legs, again, nice ratchet joint. Clicks up that far. Goes back about that far because of the backpack. Kicks out all the way, which is nice. Mushroom peg at the upper leg. Knee joint. It's got a pretty good knee joint right there. And then we get some little toesy action right there, but that's really kind of for transformation. But yeah, definitely not bad in the articulation zone. So taking a closer look at Onslaught, I really do like the sculpt on this guy. Again, it's a retool of Hotspot from the Protectobots, but that's okay. The head sculpt's right. I like the black and the red and yellow and the purple. That all looks awesome. He's got that kind of military-esque fake Decepticon logo. The big shoulder pads look nice. He's got the big Bruticus backpack going on back there with that nice metallic purple camouflage. I'm definitely digging that. I wish there was a little bit more of the camouflage on the other bits of the bot here that we can see, but is what it is. The paneling all looks nice, sculpted well, nice solid ratchet joints. Definitely digging the look. And then looking at the midsection of the figure, again, he's got kind of his backpack there, the arms, and he's got his guns, the black legs. That all looks pretty good. I wish the wheels had some silver paint apps, like, you know, all of them really would look nice. We get the purple camo on his arms there. He's got the same guns as Hotspot, which I think is kind of funny. The purple waist looks good. Definitely dig that. The black legs, all the detail, again, looks pretty decent. And finally, taking a look at the legs of the figure, again, you can obviously tell this was part of Hotspot with the sides, the side paneling, but we get this nice purple camouflage on the legs. The paneling looks good. Wish that camo was a little bit more prevalent, but it is what it is. Looks decent, stands well, stands nice. The back of the legs are all open, but again, that's for transformation. I can forgive that, as you know, you got that with the original Protectobot mold. Stands well, and really, that's all you can ask for in a pair of legs, isn't it? So here we have Onslaught in his armored truck mode, and yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Now, I've added a couple extra little guns on here because they look silly in the vehicle modes of the other vehicles, but you know, it kind of gives them a little bit more firepower, which is pretty cool. You know, traditionally he's an armored truck with two cannons. Looks pretty cool though. I love the armored bits. A little bit of gappage there in the middle, but the original figure was like that as well. I wish there was some silver on the wheels. I love the panels with the rivets. That looks cool. And that metallic purple looks very, very nice, very, very cool. But yeah, overall, I think it looks pretty cool. It looks like a big armored truck, and that's what we're after. So here we have a Vortex in his robot mode, and overall, it's pretty good. It's the same bot that we got in the Protectobots and in the Aerial Bots, with just a new paint job and a new head sculpt. Now, I will say this particular figure has got some loose legs. Nothing really that floor polish can't fix. And again, these figures are KO, so the tolerance qualities are not where Hasbro is, and Hasbro's known to have some loose figures, so I can't really fault them for that. Plastic quality on this one's really solid, feels just like the Protectobot and Aerial Bot figure. Now, he's supposed to have a ball joint here, but it's stuck and it doesn't really want to move, and I don't want to break it, so I'm not even going to try. Arms move up like this all around. He's got a nice hinge joint at the elbow with a mushroom peg. His waist does swivel. Legs kick that far up. Kick back a bit, but not much because of the backpack. Legs do splay out all the way. There is a mushroom peg at the top of the leg knee joint. It's got a nice bend, and then there is some toesy posing. Again, that's really for transformation, and yeah, that's about it. Oh, it's like the legs as far as articulation goes on this guy. So taking a closer look at the figure here for Vortex. Yeah, definitely digging. I like the purple. I like the blue. He's got the little Decepticon logo. The purple missiles look nice. Sculpt of the head looks good. You know, we got the Decepticon logo on the fins. Now, I've never really cared for the backpack on this figure with the blades. I just didn't like how they set the blades up. They always sit wonky to me. And then the tail rudder, I always move to the side. I think the official instructions have it pointing straight back, but it doesn't really make much sense to have that mushroom peg there if you're not going to move it to the side. So yeah, why not? So taking a look at the bottom half of Vortex here, again, nothing we haven't seen in previous bots. The paint job's a little different. Love that blue again. I like how the cockpit makes up his feet. And the sides are part of that cockpit and helps stabilize the figure, which is very nice. Nothing open, everything's very blocked out, looks good. And yeah, that's all you can ask for in a set of feet. So here we have a Vortex in his helicopter mode, and it's the same exact helicopter mode that we have seen both with the Protectobots and with the Aerial Bots. His little propeller does spin, so that's cool. I love that kind of teal blue, metallic purple looks good. He's got his missiles. I like the way the cockpit looks. That all looks nice. He's got his Decepticon logos on those rear fins. Very nice, very cool, very fun. There he is kind of hanging out underneath. But yeah, I definitely like the way this looks, and it's a helicopter now, isn't it? So here we have Brawl in his robot mode, and this guy's probably the worst of the four in the robot mode, mainly for two things. One, I can't get his upper body to snap down onto anything, and I don't know if that's something with the original figure or just this particular figure, as I don't have the original figure or a mold of it, so I really don't know. The other one is his hip joint on the left side is a bit stiff and it doesn't like to move, so I don't want to push the tolerance. Again, it's a KO. It doesn't have the same quality that you would get out of a first run figure. I really think that these are just production pieces that didn't meet the Hasbro quality, to be honest. Yeah, so his head is on a ball joint. He has no rotation at the waist. Arms move up and down. They come out that far. He's got a ball socket for the elbow right there. This leg kicks up about that far. Kicks back, not so much because of the backpack. This one kicks all the way out. This one, again, is just really stiff and doesn't want to move. There is a twist at the upper leg. Knee joint right there, and he's got that crazy ankle rocker pivot we love. as I don't have the original figure or a mold of it, so I really don't know. The other one is his hip joint on the left side is a bit stiff and it doesn't like to move, so I don't want to push the tolerance. Again, it's a KO. It doesn't have the same quality that you would get out of a first run figure. I really think that these are just production pieces that didn't meet the Hasbro quality, to be honest. Yeah, so his head is on a ball joint. He has no rotation at the waist. Arms move up and down. They come out that far. He's got a ball socket for the elbow right there. This leg kicks up about that far. Kicks back, not so much because of the backpack. This one kicks all the way out. This one, again, is just really stiff and doesn't want to move. There is a twist at the upper leg. And after you getting back in focus, he's got that crazy ankle rocker pivot we love! With this being his widest possible stance with both feet still flat on the floor. So taking a closer look at Brawl, I like the way this guy looks. I love the head sculpt, love the paint, the metallic purple, all the details of the sculpt look nice. It's just a shame his upper torso doesn't kind of click right. Yeah, I mean, that's probably the biggest gripe I've got with the figure. He's got his kind of turret backpack right there. Again, looks cool. I love all the green and purple. Really reminds me of G2 Megatron. The metallic purple treads, all that looks really, really nice. He's just kind of a mess to get into bot mode and back to tank. He definitely looks cool and beefy, and, well, that's why he's Brawl. And then looking at the bottom half of the figure at his legs, again, nice, big, and beefy. He stands well. Mine's got a little bit of a stiff hip on the left side. Not too impacting on it. Some of the figure's super loose. This guy's super tight. So again, QC on KO figures. It is what it is. But again, the paint looks good. The detail looks nice. The tread, he's got his ankle rocker pivot. I definitely dig that. And yeah, overall, definitely fun. So here we have Brawl in his tank mode, looking very much like the G2 Megatron. Love the green, the metallic purple camouflage. The metallic purple treads look really cool. Definitely dig that. He's got his little fake Decepticon logo there, or militaristic version. The back of the tank's kind of because you mean he's a leg, so is what it is. The turret unfortunately does not turn. We do have some movement up here with the gun, but that's really kind of more for transformation when you pull that off, I suppose. But yeah, all the detail looks good, all the armor bits. I definitely dig it, and it's a solid tank mode. Getting it into that mode and into robot mode is a bit clumsy, but once you lock him into place, he's pretty darn solid. So here we have Swindle in his robot mode, and I gotta say, I love the color scheme, I like the design. He actually feels the best out of all the figures. In hand, he feels just like a Combiners Wars figure. So that's pretty cool. Definitely liking that. Articulation on him. Again, ball joint on the head. Arm moves up that far. Goes all the way around. He's got a very nice elbow joint with a swivel. He's got waist swivel. Legs kick up that far. Kick all the way back. He kicks all the way out like this. He's got a very nice knee joint like that. And he's got that crazy ankle rocker pivot we love! With this being his widest possible stance with both feet still flat on the floor. So taking a closer look at Swindle, once again, I think this is one of my favorite of the bunch. It feels the best in hand. Love that head sculpt, very Swindle. I love the fact, and I never noticed it before, he's got the Jeep 7-slot grill on his waist and the lights. A nice homage to the G1 character. We get this nice neon orange, very 90s-esque. He's got his little roll bar backpack going on there with the Decepticon logo, looking pretty cool. Arms look nice, poses well, stands well. Joints are all nice and sturdy. And then he's also got the light blue paint apps on the chest. Again, kind of giving a nod to that G1 version of himself with the headlights. And this guy just looks amazing. And then taking a look at the lower half of Swindle here, again, looks good. I love that orange, the purple. The feet look good. We get some black paint apps on there. Very nice, very cool. The black legs. Stands very, very well. Very stable figure. And we get the wheels on this side. That looks nice. A little bit of emptiness on the inside of the legs, but again, that's for transformation. I can forgive that, but the paneling all looks good. That 90s orange looks amazeballs, and well, yeah, can't ask more than that. So here we have Swindle in his little armored Jeep SUV type of mode, off-road mode. Not really a Jeep, he's more like a Humvee / Wrangler thingy. He's in that nice 90s orange. Again, we get the little Decepticon logo there, the metallic purple camo everywhere. I love the fact that these things look like they just all snap together, which are separate components. He's, again, the strongest figure of them all. When you connect him into place, it feels super solid. Feels exactly like the original toy, which I like. He's got his little gun on top, his little battering ram, all the details look really, really slick. Yeah, back again, it's actually better than a lot of them. So, of all the vehicles, I think this is my favorite. And again, it's probably because all round, this is the best figure of the bunch. And here we have Blastoff in his robot mode, and it's the same design we've seen again in the aerial bots. He's just white and purple, which is kind of nice. Now this guy's a little bit loose in the legs, not much, nothing that floor polish cannot fix, and the backs of these legs don't always want to stay together. Those are a little bit loose. Again, it's a KO. The quality is just, not as good, but it's nothing that's not impairing the figure, so that's very nice. As far as articulation goes on this guy, head moves up and down and all around. It's on a ball joint. Arms move up and down. They're on a ball joint there. He's got a really nice hinge joint at the elbow with a swivel. He's got twist at the waist. Legs kick up that far, kick back about that far. There you go. You can see the leg piece there. There's a twist at the upper leg. Legs kick out all the way. They're on a ball joint. Knee joint, nice and deep. And yeah, that's about it as far as the articulation goes on this guy. So taking a closer look at Blastoff here, again, same figure we've seen in the aerial bots. The sculpt's good, I like it, I like the way he looks. I like the white, the red eyes. He's got a little red dot on his forehead. I don't know if that's paint splash or supposed to be there. I kind of like it. It looks like the Spark from Starscream and animated, but he's got his little jetpack going on in the back here, which is, fine. He's a jet bot, so I'm okay with that. Sculpt, again, exactly the same. It's just in black and white and purple. And, yeah, definitely digging him. And makes more sense for him to be a jet than a shuttle anyway. And then taking a look at the lower half of Blastoff here. Again, same thing with the legs on this guy. I like how the jet pieces kind of stabilize him and keep him upright, so that's kind of cool. He's got the big black feet, the black knees, all that looks good. I wish there was a little bit more camo on the bot mode from the jet mode, but he's, I don't know, he just shows off more bot than jet in this mode, and that's okay. So here we have Blastoff in his jet mode, and I really love the black and the white and the purple. Not as metallic purple as the other figures, but looks pretty cool. I like how he's got his little landing gear. Very nice, very cool. He's got the Decepticon logo on the rear fin. Yeah, it's the exact same jet mode that we get out of the aerial bots, and that's okay. It works. The color scheme, I think, works better for the shuttlecraft version of him with the old NASA shuttles. However, the jet mode just makes more sense for a Combaticon. I mean, it's a fighter jet. It's You know, I like the old shuttlecraft because I'm a G1er, but I can't argue with this. I just can't. So here we have Shockwave in his robot mode, and it looks pretty good. I definitely dig him. He's got a little bit, I don't want to say cheaper feel of plastic, but not as high-grade quality as the other bots, and I don't know if that's because it's a knockoff of a third-party figure, because a lot of third-party figures feel that way too. But it doesn't feel like it's going to fall apart at all, so I definitely dig that. Articulation, his head is on a little ball joint. Arms move up and down, they're on a ball joint as well. Get some extra hinge motion because of transformation. Elbow joint is also at a ball joint. Nothing at the waist. Legs kick up that far, back that far. Again, it's a ball joint, kick out really far. There's a twist, a mushroom peg at the upper leg. There is some foot action, but that is really for transformation, and that's about it for the articulation, which is actually pretty good considering how small this figure is. So taking a closer look at Shockwave, the sculpt on this thing is awesome. I think the head is downright perfect. The body sculpt, the chest looks nice, got the little Decepticon logo, the silver, the copper, the purple, all that looks good. It kind of gives it its own G2 vibe to match the Combaticons, which is cool. The back of the legs have a little bit of, you know, openness, but that's kind of for transformation, so that's forgivable. He's got his backpack that's got his scope and handheld pistol grip, which is cool. And then, of course, he's got his one actual hand in his gun hand, making him very Shockwave-esque, and I just like this little guy. It was a fun bonus to get. So here we have Shockwave in his gun mode, and I think it looks pretty good. It looks like Shockwave. We got the little handle down here that Bruticus can hold him and shoot him. Pew, pew, pew. So that's pretty nice. I definitely dig that. He's also got his little scope up here at the top. That looks pretty cool. I'm liking the detail on it. For such a tiny little bot, it's very cool. And then you can flip his handle up like that. And now he is a spaceship of sorts, I suppose. I know they like to do this with Soundwave and Shockwave these days, so there we go, spaceship mode. Whoosh! So yeah, but I'm just gonna keep him in the gun mode because that's where he looks the coolest, and well, it's Shockwave, and Bruticus needs to shoot him off against his will against the other Decepticons. And here we have the Combaticons merged into Bruticus. And I gotta say, I really like this combiner. I like the way he looks. Yeah, very cool. Very, very G2-esque. And it wasn't too bad getting it together, figuring out how to put all the parts together. Now, I will say that Brawl, it took me a minute, because I didn't bother looking at the instructions. It took me a minute to flip the back pieces up, but I'm like, why is these legs so long? I'm like, oh, the port. So, yeah. And then knowing where to put the two guns on the back, that took a second as well. Everything else was pretty decent. Stands really well. It holds. Shockwave really, really nicely. I definitely dig that. And yeah, overall, I really do like him. It's very cool. He sticks together really, really well. As you can see, nothing falls apart, so that's good. Nice and solid spring joints in the legs. Everything moves accordingly. That should, if I can hold it right, so yeah. I mean, it poses well. It does what it's supposed to do. These things were never really good at posing too much, but then again, neither were the original G1 figures, so I can forgive him for that. Yeah, definitely fun, definitely cool. I am digging him. So let's get a kind of a closer look at old Bruticus. So yeah, oh man, love the head sculpt, love that look, love the purple on the chest. The chest plate looks amazing. That metallic purple camo on the black looks nice. And again, he's holding Shockwave really well. I definitely dig that. Very cool. I put the extra guns just to store them on Swindle there. Let's see here. Back of Bruticus, just kind of what he looks like on the back side. Again, nice and solid, very cool. One of the better combiners, to be honest, because it's kind of the base from Defensor. He was definitely one of my favorites, as was Superion. So very cool to have the Decepticon version of this. I mean, I'm extremely happy with it. So final thoughts. Is this G2 KO Bruticus something that you want in your Transformers collection? I'm going to say yes if you were unable to get the original Bruticus from Combiner Wars or the G2 Bruticus from Combiner Wars. Just to get the Bruticus today, the regular one, you're probably looking at anywhere from $140 to $200 easily. And if you missed out on the G2 one, that could go anywhere from like $200 to $300 because that was an exclusive figure set. Now, I got this figure at Toys for $44.99, about $45. Not sure if they still have them at the time of the recording here. Definitely go check them out. I will leave a link to Toys in the comments down below here. But I am perfectly happy with it. I think it's fantastic. If you're a Bruticus fan, I think this is something you're going to like. If you're a G2 fan, you're definitely going to like it. And if you missed out on this particular figure when it was in its original run, you're definitely going to like it for $45. And it comes with the Shockwave. That was the third party you had to buy separately. So there he is! The KO G2 Bruticus from Toys. Hey guys, thanks for watching. To watch more Ultra Maximus, click on the links to the right. Be sure to click all the things, subscribe, like, and hit that notification bell for new videos, and follow me on all the social medias, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Links in the description below.